Hi and welcome to my channel Embrace Your Inner Wellness with Gigi. So I thought I'd pop on this morning just to have a bit of a chat. So basically I decided that I wanted to embrace my own inner wellness. I am an energy healer and I have energetically helped to heal the outside layer of my body. So my energy is very light and I believe that it's my natural chi energy to be light, and with me being able and to understand what my body is and to understand who I am and understand my journey, is that I took it upon myself to learn in experience, not by reading books or an online course, but in my experience of how I shifted myself from my own trauma, how I shifted myself from my negative energy field, because I believe when I was born that I'm light and that everybody's light, and that as things happen with trauma, it becomes a bit dull in places, and then you start to get unwell and you start to get poorly. And I believe that my crystals have helped me. They help me a lot. They've helped me emotionally, mentally, physically, and energetically and spiritually. I've had quite a fun journey with crystals, and they are about our inner wellness. They're about of our whole being, really. And so I work with crystals, and I do teach development groups on how other people and how crystals can help them in everyday life. Because it's not just about being spiritual, it's a way of living. The natural way of living is natural. Like nature is a natural way of living, and nature has its own flow. Though man has started messing about with it, but if you notice the energy frequency of earth, like through trees and water, it never really changes. Even how much they try, it doesn't, because they can't control Earth. Earth controls herself. So basically, I wanted to do a few set videos on you watching my ascension process. This isn't a transitioning process. This is me actually becoming well with my entire body, and I've learnt that energy can keep us here longer. So if your energy field is really good and it is working properly, you stay here longer. But I've also learnt that my outer body, I would say it's almost finished from healing. I've been on the path of healing since 2014, when I first come into crystals and Reiki, and did my Reiki 1, although I didn't really take on the Reiki. It didn't really align with me, but the crystals aligned it with me a lot more and put me in my own energy field. And I just feel like after doing Reiki 2, it kind of took me out my own energy field. And I'm just getting it back, or I feel like it's come back to me more than what it was. I feel like Reiki 2 just drained my energy, earthed it a bit, but it brought out all this stuff, stuff with, I needed to let go more. I needed to let go more of my negative mindset, my negative energy, my trauma. So I'd say that I've been a bit on a ascension process. Now, when I was younger, I got really poorly. Since a child, I've not actually been well. I used to get colds, I used to get tonsillitis quite a lot. And then I got glandular fever when I was 16. And then as time went on, I then got diagnosed in my early 20s with fibromyalgia, which obviously is nerve problems and things. Obviously, I did get into depression with it. I kind of just stopped living, became bedbound eventually. I had a year out of work. My legs used to hurt, my body used to hurt, my arms. This shoulder didn't used to work properly, and now it's swapped, and this shoulder doesn't work properly, but this one does. And I've got nerve problems in this arm, and obviously you can tell from my old photos, I might put one on in this video, what I used to look like and what I look like now, because I've got a lot skinnier as well for no reason at all. The doctors can't really figure it out what's going off. I thought it was my gallbladder, but then I did get a diagnosis of H. pylori, Helicobacter pylori, which is a bacterial infection in my gut, and I've not really been right since. And after that, I've carried on going thin. Obviously, I had a lot of antibiotics. That's probably wrecked my gut as well. I used to drink heavily when I was younger, up till being 35, when I decided to quit drinking, and I've been quit since. I'm now 40, and I am really skinny, hungry. Hopefully that's my body and not something that could be still living in it. And I've gone on a health journey path for the last 5 years, and it's been quite hard, because I live on my own. I have a few good friends around me, not many. My parents don't really understand it either, and not really helped me much with it, to be honest with you. It's been quite hard. And then I in 2020, in the pandemic, decided to ask, to manifest, to say, I want my health back. I just want to get rid of my fibromyalgia and be healthy again and live how I should be living on this planet. And I did a big manifestation, and I did it in the sun, and the sun was down on me. I could see it in my living room, and the energy of it felt amazing. So I have been on this lifelong journey of being unwell to wanting to be well. And to be fair, I found it so hard mentally, emotionally, physically, but more emotional and mentally. And I decided to, do you know what, I'm gonna try. So I did try going back to the NHS, but they did exactly the same thing what I did when I first got fibro in my early 20s, was they ignored me. They ignored me for another 2 years, like they did the first time round, and pinpointed on anxiety and mental health when I haven't really, never had mental health in my 20s. I had mental health after my 20s, and sometimes I think, oh, their diagnosis, my body listening, is my diagnosis actually an energy frequency, and my body frequency is acting like what they say I am. And I don't diagnose myself with anything anymore. Even if they try to, I ignore them. So my body doesn't take on what they say, and my body doesn't take on what others say. It takes on my compassion and gratitude, and I tell my body how much I love it now, and that I am pretty, and that I'm beautiful. And I even stroke a place, like my shoulder, and say, you're beautiful, let go whatever it is that you need to let go of, but you're beautiful, I love you, I love me, and things like that helps a lot. But I've had to do a lot of shaking therapy, I started dancing, everything energy you can think of, meditation to help calm my mind down. I don't do Reiki much on myself for some reason. I do drumming every so often on myself. Cacao, I do actually have a lot of cacao, and because I've seen it help when I've been in pain and I've still had to go to work and I've not eaten anything and I'm just drinking cacao for 2 days straight at an MBS show, a Mind, Body and Spirit event, and that got me through it, and I actually felt great the next day. I didn't feel poorly anymore. So I was like, there's some medicine in that for the physical. It's not all about spiritual stuff. That's what I want people to understand and learn. It's about energy in your physical body, and that the spiritual practices just helps us and helps the physical and helps your body to become more, it helps you to become more aware of your body actually, and how we should be living with our body and on this planet. Because people think it's about the mind, and it's not. It's about your actual body. It's a body process, not a mind process. It's a part of it, don't get me wrong, but don't miss out the points of your body, because then you're going to spiritual bypass yourself. You're going to bypass this, what thing you're in. This is your home. This is the thing that you live in. What goodness are you putting back in here? What are you telling yourself, basically? And so I've been on the journey for some time now, for the last 5 years, and my energy frequency on the outside of my body has changed so much because I got rid of so much trauma, because I got rid of so many emotions. People just say, stick with it, and it's like, no, get rid of it. My body doesn't want to keep acting like my trauma. My body wants to act as itself, as a self, as what it was born as. I listen to my body a lot better now, and she does tell me things with food and with the way I should be walking, because my posture's not right. So sometimes my body will move itself into its posture, and it'd be like, you need to walk like this, you need to stand like this, you need to stop hunching over because you're not loathing yourself anymore. You've actually got yourself. That's like when you shift trauma, you're shifting a low vibrational energy frequency, and then your body becomes more positive, more energetic, more alive, more stability, more strong, more energetic, so you can keep living. So you can keep living everyday life. You might still be unwell, and don't get me wrong, I'm still unwell, but on the inside, yeah, my arm droops, but it's on the inside that I'm not well, not my outside anymore. So then I had some messages from my body once I healed the outside of myself, which was only, I would say, 4 months ago maybe. My insides of my body just went, we're still sad. So I work on the frequency of happiness. I stopped working on the frequency of love, because love actually made me sad. It broke I say broke my heart, but it's not really breaking my heart. My heart is a healthy organ. It's not my heart chakra. My heart chakra is the one that keeps the pain, not my organ, not my heart. But my heart chakra has let go quite a lot now, so yeah, you don't need to hang on to stuff anymore. And so yeah, I kind of just got to see things in a different way with aiding my physical wellness. I got to do psychology with myself to get rid of my trauma, and with my body explaining that for me, each time I moved a trauma away, I got to see something new spiritually, like really something new spiritually, like new information that's not on this planet, or was on this planet, but it's been scrapped off. Like, to me, the yin and yang symbol is actually all one, and it's all white. It's not half. I'm not two half of anything. I'm one light. and that's what came to me when I finished the trauma thing. And just different things came out to me like that. The way I should be speaking, some words that we have in the dictionary aren't actually correct and mean shit things, like enjoy. Enjoy sounds like I'm ending joy, but if I say enjoy, as in I-N rather than E-N, I-N simulates to me that I'm enjoying, I'm being in joy. And enjoy just sounds like I've just ended my joy. I've ended joy. And yeah, and I was just like, no, that doesn't sound right to me. Enjoy sounds much better. So I say enjoy now. I've got to keep writing it. And it's just little things like that my energy field and my body field has picked up for me to change with. So now I'm on the process of listening to my inner organs, and my inner organs were saying to me, we want to feel that energy that you have on the outside, because we don't. And here I was still miserable, I was still depressed, I was still not happy. So it was about bringing out the emotions from my inside layer, not just my outside layer, but my inside layer. And the more the inside layer pushes up, it actually pushes out to your outside energy. So then you go to see a healer, have a clearing, or you can do it yourself if you've learned how to do healing on yourself. And it gets cleared that way. That's why it takes so long for us on this process to be happy, because some people don't get it and some people don't understand it. Why, if I'd done psychology myself, I should have shifted, I should be happy now. Maybe because it's stuck here, maybe it's stuck in a layer that needs a drumming cleanse, or need a healing of crystals, or need a healer to help move it forward, because you've already dealt with it. You don't need to deal with it anymore, but your energy field and your body keeps it in until you have let go of it energetically. So I've let go of a lot of things energetically. I don't store my emotions anymore. Yes, my human self gets a bit confused, and this is it's for a different video about how the human gets confused when you move into another person of yourself. And it isn't another person, it's just you that's decided to move forward from being your old self into a new self. But your human side gets confused, and then you have to do psychology with your human side and say, hey, you're safe, you're okay, you're just doing this because you've learning a new way of living, because that way of living wasn't okay. It wasn't okay for me. I've had to swap rooms because my battery was about to die. So yes, so the human side thing is going to be a different video. I'm making this video because I am actually doing a video about Buxton Water on its own. I'm going to do a different video about allergens and show you something that I brought that just woke me up into thinking, oh yes, I'm allergic to quite a lot of things actually, and chemicals and toxins aren't good for me anymore. I've even got to change all my clothes to linen and cotton because I've noticed that I'm intolerant to polyester, which is in everything and it's in most of everything that I wear, even my socks. So, and my feet don't like it. Like, I even get this weird skin irritation on my toes when summer's gone and winter comes. It comes every year. So I've got to learn what that is. I think it's a reaction to wearing socks. I just don't think my feet should be wearing them. But it might be different if I actually got cotton ones. So yeah. I basically made this video because I want to do a journey, and I feel like this is my ascension journey of healing my physical. And it's what I've kind of been told as well. And maybe in the process you get to see and get to follow what it is that I do, where I go, because hopefully I'm going to more places, not just Buxton for water, but for different things than to post on my YouTube channel. What I actually find that helps for me, because I've been to herbalists, I've done herbal things, and it's not really been fixing my gut. In anything else, it's been making me worse. I've been detoxing, that's not helped me either. I don't believe in detoxing anymore. I believe filling the body up with good stuff and just stopping the shit. Because I believe that my physical body can heal itself. I just need to give it the right tools, the right medicine, get rid of things that I'm allergic to, get rid of chemicals, toxins. And I've already got my energy field, so my energy is really good. My energy field is that good now that it even heals me while I'm asleep, and it feels amazing, because I get healed while I'm asleep. But I do also sleep on a cheap earth mat, which I do want to change to a proper earth sheet, because it doesn't really fit my bed, this one, and I'd like my feet to go on it, because it doesn't. But since doing the earthing mat, it's coming back a little bit, but I've stopped being in pain on my right side, because I've been in pain for 3 years, just in my abdominal area. 3 years. I've gone thin and lost weight. I know you've probably noticed in different in videos, especially my older videos, where I just look so gaunt in the face, and I still am a little bit, because obviously I've always had high cheekbones, but I've always had fat, like really chubby cheeks, and chubster, little chubby. Even though I was already thin, I was already size 6 to 8, but none of my clothes fit me anymore. So yeah, I'm going to try some things. I've even been working with bush flower remedies. I do actually agree with the bush flower remedies, and I know that there's something inside that said they never wanted me to come off the purifying, because it was releasing negative emotions out my body, but it was also helping my lymph nodes, I think, and doing a clearing, and I shouldn't have come off it yet. So I'm going back on that one day. And it's all about taking the right supplements, because I realise there's some supplements I'm allergic to. So my friend, who's an osteopath, he actually did Kingsology on me, and we got to work out what stuff I can have. If you don't know what that is, look it up somewhere. Someone probably has got it on YouTube or Google somewhere. And it's all about lifting your leg in the air and seeing if you can push up while someone pushes down on it. And if it goes weak, that means you say no to that food or supplement. If it goes strong, it means yes, and that you get to keep that food and supplement. It's basically a free gut test. You basically put the food or the supplement in the middle of your stomach, and then the other person tests your leg while you're trying to push it up in the air. But if it just goes flop, it's a definite no-no, which my dietitian did give me some of their milk to try and fatten me up, and in the process of taking it, my hair started falling out in big clumps, and it's only just stopped doing that. And it was falling out for a few months. So I stopped taking it, and then when I did the gut test with my friend, my leg went so floppy, more than anything that I was taking. I was just like, yeah, pharmaceuticals is just not good for people's guts. So I'm kind of repairing myself. I decided to take probiotics. I found a really good page that's interesting. It tells you all about probiotics, but one by one, and what each one does, and it is from the USA. I will try and put the link in the description box. I've also gone to Buxton. I now drink Buxton water from the tap over there, because it's a hot spring tap that the Romans made a long time ago, and they used to have healing baths. I am actually going tomorrow. I am open to video there, because I want to put it on YouTube as my page. as the start of the healing process. So for me, coming out of my trauma mode, I've stopped eating everything that I'm allergic to, like dairy, chocolate for one, was my emotion, and I had to work out my emotional thing, but it wasn't actually my emotional thing that was making me eat chocolate. There was something underlying cause of a trauma, and because I've got rid of that now, it's gone, I've let it go, I don't really want to eat chocolate anymore, and now I actually do see it as poison. So my human is kind of upgrading herself. And I've realised this is obviously ascension process that I'm going through. If I do get well or not, I don't know, but I have to believe that I will get well. And I've started believing in myself again, which has never happened for me. I've never believed in myself whatsoever, and I only just started doing that like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, just starting to believe in myself more, which is really nice. Like, wow. And yeah, so yeah, believe in yourself. The reason why I didn't believe in myself a lot longer is because I have a mirror in my bedroom, and people have pointed out mirrors are portals and negative energy can get involved. So on my mirror, I actually have a post-it note with my energy on it, and writing of saying compassionate love energy and the sun frequency can only be on there, so nothing can get through. But I noticed that stuck on there was a note saying believe in myself, and I realised something could be playing on that through the mirror. So I took it off and put it on my wardrobe door. And then slowly but surely, I've started to believe in myself again and have that proper belief. And it's not about a belief system of believing what others say. It's actually different emotion. It's actually an actual, oh wow, I actually believe that this can work. I believe that I can do it. I'm starting to believe that I can do things, and I've even started to say I can instead of saying I can't. I still get my own patterns sometimes, and I realise what I'm doing, what I'm saying, oh yeah, I can just easily say that I can before I do something instead of saying I can't, because it works out. I say I can't, I can do it, and then I'm like, oh look, I can do it, sort of thing. So yeah, so it's just been a long process for me, and I've always wanted to share my journey, but I can never always video what it is that I'm doing, because we have not very nice people on the planet, and they like to use our magic against us, or try and put us in a path where we don't belong. And I didn't actually belong on this path. I actually was going to get rid of my fibro anyway, without me getting seriously any sicker, because my guides always wanted me to, I'm doing this because so you don't get cancer. I'm doing this because I wasn't supposed to be this poorly. My guides have already told me that I'm sicker than what I should be, and that I was only supposed to get better with fibro, and then something else happened, and then I do believe people have played, someone has played, because I know they've been remote in my bedroom. They've been remoting themselves over here and think that I don't know, but I do know, because I can sense them now when they're here. But I have good protection now, and I have physical protection, not just fucking spirit protection, because that don't really do anything. They actually bring you things in to protect you. Yeah, and it's all about keeping your energy to yourself, and sometimes keeping what you do as a learning as a healing modality. It's good to keep to yourself and not tell others what you do, because people are shit, and they can create manifestations. They call them spells, but it's a manifestation that they create, and they place it on you basically. They can even do shit to your relationships, which they did mine, and I'm not happy about that. And yeah, they can pretty much do shit to you that's not nice, and I've had to experience that, and it's not been great. But I'm a fighter and I'm stronger, and turned me into a bit of a warrior, so thank you for that. And I don't get bothered anymore, which is really weird that I don't get bothered anymore. But it's nice because I can actually go to sleep in peace with my light off. And it's nice. So yeah. And because my energy frequency is higher on the outside, my body has started healing while I sleep, which is really nice. And I think that's why I don't get bothered anymore. I do have something that I wear to help my energy frequency stay high as well. I've noticed when I've done a chakra healing on myself, my energy stays high. And I realise when my energy stays high and positive and pure, nothing actually comes near me anymore while I'm asleep. So that's a tip for you. Because my energy is too vibrant and they don't like vibrant energy, it scares the shit out of them and they fuck off. Basically. Some actually get passed over though, while they're near, because they do actually want to be passed over into the light frequency. But yes, so this video is all about my health issues and the path that I'm going on to cure myself. Even if I don't get help from the NHS, I'm going to have a good fucking go at doing it myself, because why not? They cannot take responsibility of my body because they don't really know their fucking selves what they're doing on this planet either. Like, they don't really know anything about herbs and stuff. And like I've even said to him, I've been on the herbal route, and because I've done that as well, they've even been not wanting to treat me and ignore me. And some doctors are actually good that I've met. They're not all bad. Some have actually told me to take CBD oil and primrose and stuff like that to help. But at the minute, I'm doing one step at a time, and my step is to heal my stomach and my liver. That is all that I am doing. So all I'm doing is filling my stomach up with probiotics. I have something that was for Helicobacter, because you can actually get a good life bacteria that gets rid of it, that stabilizes it. It actually takes out the bad bacteria that is caused. So I'm on them to make sure that I have actually got rid of Helicobacter, because I don't trust the antibiotics. It's ripped my lining anyway, because I was on them and then I was on straight after for Lyme's disease, because I got bit by ticks at the same time. So my body is a bit screwed at the moment, but I'm not as bad as what I was when I first got poorly. I mean, I even had spirit jumping in me in 2020, and no one really knows that, just to keep me alive, to keep my body going energetically, because it didn't have energy then. And I was so poorly because I wasn't getting the right help, and because they ignored me for 5 months until I decided to go private, and then they couldn't ignore me anymore because I actually found out what was wrong with me. It was the stomach bug. But I've never been better since, because I have one doctor saying just eat dry food, just have fruit and veg, just have fruit and veg with H. pylori, don't do anything because it makes the gastritis worse. So I would say eat dry food for about 3 months until it heals. Get probiotics. I got them from Time Health. The probiotics, it is a UK site. They are on there, so look it up and just get them from your country, wherever it is that you're from. But yes, I've been on a health healing journey with my physical. I've detoxed. I don't believe in detox anymore. I believe that can kill you. I don't I believe filling my body back up with nutrition, what is actually good for my body, what my body needs. And I'm doing my liver, just my stomach and the liver at the moment. My kidneys will have to wait because I've got something going off with that as well. And yeah, and I do follow some people on YouTube. I follow Deborah Obama, but I noticed she don't talk about probiotics. And we're supposed to keep our probiotics in the fridge, if you didn't know. So yeah, to keep them alive, because what is energy? Probiotics is energy. Probiotics are good like bacteria, is a life force, of energetic force. Then that's going to keep me alive, isn't it? You've got to think like that. Low vibe energy kills you. High vibe energy keeps you alive. And that's what my insides said to me. My insides were like, now I want to feel that high vibe energy. I've done with feeling shit energy on the inside of my body, so that's getting rid of dairy. Gets rid of anything that's man-made, processed. Even fruit and veg is man-made as well. Not actually nature-made. So whatever is to do with nature, I guess is good for me, because yes, some of it is low vibe energy, but that's because there's negative situations that's happened in, and this is for a different video, a short video, in nature, that the tree can be low vibrational. Not many people know that. I've worked it out myself when I go around Earth doing clearings. And yeah, so you have more power being light and high vibrational than you do having low power and being in low vibration. That's all I will say on this video. So yeah, and it isn't about money either, about the little paper. I do need it though, I've noticed that I do need money being in this situation, and that's one of the hardest things as well, is I don't earn much, even from me doing my workshops and stuff and readings. And if you do follow me on Facebook, you'll see I do a lot of meditation classes, crystal development groups. I don't get money from it. I do get help with the government with money, I'm not going to lie, and without that I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this home. I wouldn't have food on the table, because I just don't earn enough in what I do. Maybe one day when I'm better, I'll find a better job for me where I can earn, and this will never happen to me again, because I'll have the money there for, right, this is coming up now, I know exactly what I need to get. I've even started making a folder, a health and wellbeing folder for my children, if I have any. If not, it'll be for my nieces. Because I'm going to keep records of stuff, of what I've learned as well, but not what I'm doing with my body, just what I've learned. Books is the better option than Google. When someone's written a book, and I would say get an old book, not a new book. I've read one about Candida. I've got one at the minute, how you can fix your gallbladder without surgery, that I still need to read, because my body's like itching and saying, I want you to eat those foods that's in that book. I don't want you to do the protocol. I don't want you to take all those supplements and do what they're doing, but I want you to eat that food, that diet that's in that book. And I'm like, yes, I will read it. But I am getting there, because I'm listening to my body, and in the morning I have a meal in the morning, so I don't have breakfast anymore. It is still breakfast, but like this morning I have vegetable soup with rice. I need to get some tofu for breakfast, so I can have tofu, spinach, quinoa, beans, anything, meat. I've even had meat in the morning, like proper dinners I'll have in the morning for breakfast, and then I'll limit my lunch. And then I've actually been having fruit at tea time. I've noticed sometimes I'm needing fruit at tea, sometimes I won't eat and have water. So yeah, so if you'd like to follow my health plan journey of healing my physical, then please keep watching, because I'm going to be putting on different various videos, and hopefully it helps someone in the future. I want to say past. Don't know why. Hopefully this will help someone in their future. Because it is about working out, and the first thing I would do is get clean water. When I took myself back on the loop, because I've been in a loop with the NHS, I've been in a loop with herbs, going and seeing different people about herbs and stuff like that, and it's fucked my gut. I'm not going to lie. There's some herbs that I've noticed I can't have, like oregano, garlic, mugwort, that actually gave me hives. So I know there's something wrong with my liver, because it's not taking on any toxins. It don't like anything that's toxic. It actually makes me poorly, and I can't even dye my hair now because it makes me poorly. So I know there's something wrong with my body that's not working properly, because obviously my body should still be alright with having hair dye and that, but if it's because I've been doing it too much, or it might be because my energy field's changed and I'm not low vibe anymore, so my body can't take low vibe stuff. It can only take high vibe stuff. So that's working out for me, food and stuff like that. I am eating organic food now, organic fruit and veg. It is better for me. Organic rice, organic beans, anything organic. I even have organic sanitary towels, and I've been wearing them for a year, and they don't cause any irritation down below for me whatsoever. And my vagina loves them. So there's one tip for women. Get some organic sanitary towels. I get them from the vegan shop in Sherwood, Nottingham. And what else? Yeah, so the first thing that I did was, and this is for my next video because I'm hoping to do it tomorrow if it doesn't rain, is going to Buxton and drinking their water was helped me first, because that gave me my hydration back, because I was very dehydrated, and I don't even need to have a lot of water. Like, they keep saying that you need to drink like stupid amount of water, and actually drinking that, I don't need as much as what people are saying. I mean, my body is actually 100% water, not 70, not 80% water, but 100% water. So yes, so please come along on this journey with me, because it's a lot of insights of what you can do for your physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental body. So I'm going to go now. Take care, everyone. Bye.